Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello and welcome to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis, and today I am just thrilled to have my guest, the one and only Grant Sorenson. Grant, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome
it's so
to the podcast.
Lovely to be here in beautiful Salem.
We are recording live
on the scene.
Grant was the first. So when I was deciding to officially start the podcast, I put out feelers on my close friends on Instagram where I said, hey, if I did a comedy recap podcast of Days of Our Lives, would anyone I'm friends with want to be a guest on it? And Grant responded within 2 minutes of me posting it, saying yes, absolutely. And I was like, well, we have to get Grant on the pod. We gotta do it.
And now here we are.
Thankfully, you're in Minneapolis.
Yes.
Directing an incredible show. Do you want to plug your show?
Oh my gosh, right at the top, yes. So I'm here in Minneapolis directing the world premiere of Only Ugly Guys, which is a new play by Kurt Ing. And it's running June 21st through 30th at Open Eye Theater. And it's a new play about 4 incredibly messy, chaotic, horrible gay men.
Perfect.
Which is sort of the messaging we want to put out in Pride.
Absolutely.
Because it famously is Pride right now.
I think that's important.
And I'm also trying to not have a raspy voice because I was telling Olivia I did go out last night for my one court-mandated Pride gay club event.
You had to get your card stamped.
Yeah, exactly. I just had to show up and clock in. And you just do a lot of screaming at these where you're trying to like talk over the music and talk to people.
Sure.
And so I'm trying to put on my best.
I love it.
Trained speaking voice.
I think it's coming through, and I
great.
think you're going to sound great in people's ears.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I've had half of a Celsius, which is I had to take a break from Celsiuses because I started having too many panic attacks.
Okay.
But it's like the excitement of doing this mixed with the Celsius was maybe not a great idea.
It's okay.
Or maybe it's the best idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we don't even know what is about to happen to us.
No, we do not. So this morning I was like, oh yeah, what happens in this episode that Grant's coming over to talk about?
What doesn't happen in this episode is a great question.
Yeah, I was reading through it and I was like, oh, it's
And actually, this is a
one.
Great one for Pride Month.
It is a great one for Pride Month, and I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mostly the outfit that the gay guy wears.
Yes.
That is the most prideful thing I think I've seen in a while. One thing, well, I mean, maybe we don't want to do this right away, but one thing I sort of noticed as I was watching and really kind of like clicked into place as I was thinking about it after is the design, like the set design and the costume design is so specific and so generic at the exact same time. And I was like, that is truly probably the hardest thing to do.
Yeah. Because
every location looks like everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Yes.
All of the costuming is so, like, nothing fits anyone the right way.
Yes. Well, it's the thing of, like, every set has to also be doubled or tripled as different sets. So everything is like Velcroed to the wall so that it can come off because they're filming 40 scenes on one soundstage in a day.
It was like not allowed.
I know, I didn't get it. But so she was talking about how since the pandemic, they all have to do their own hair and makeup.
And you can tell.
And you can tell. And every once in a while, I'll be like, do you guys also have to provide your own wardrobe?
I mean, they might.
Like, they might.
But, like, they don't get to wear their own clothes. They just bring their clothes and they get given to other people.
It's like a swap.
I think they do a clothing swap.
Every once in a while, I'll see, like, one of the women. I love the amount of women on this show that are, like, 40 and older. Like, there's a good representation of that. They dress some of these women like they are on a Revolve brand trip. It is sick. I'm like, that woman is 52.
Like, get her out of the
and
spaghetti
she's
scraps.
In a polyester cutout, like, bathing suit top.
Oh my God.
With the, like, monkey sleeves, like the too long sleeves. And I'm just like, this is utterly disgraceful.
100%.
Yeah.
And by the way, I learned no one's names.
That's great.
But I do describe them based on basically what they're wearing.
Okay, good. I love it.
Because I think that really, I mean,
It says
for
a lot
all
about
of the
them.
shit we've just talked about, this costume design, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Like, it is defining character.
Yes.
In a way that, like, you could click this on and know that, like, oh, the bitch in the leather skirt
is
like,
about to.
she's up to something,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And the guy in the pink pants and the pink striped shirt must be gay.
Must be.
Like, I just think they are doing a great job of almost, like, making the tropes of the characters just, like, so clear.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I loved that right off the bat.
Incredible. Oh, I'm so thrilled. Okay, Grant, let's dive into our opening questions. What, if any, relationship do you have to Days of Our Lives or
None.
soap operas in general?
Like, none.
None.
Really.
Incredible.
Like, obviously aware of them
Yeah.
as a piece of culture.
Yeah.
But, like, my mom didn't watch them really when I was growing up. Nor did my dad. I don't want to gender it, but, like,
Thank you.
You know, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I think it's sort of a cliche. But, like, the sort of, like, stay-at-home mom, like, watching soap operas.
Right.
But that was not a big thing in my house. One thing that in high school, because my friends and I were really cool, we would do is when we were hanging out, we would, like, find just, like, soap operas playing, like, late at night on TV, and we
Amazing.
would put them on mute, and then we would, like, dub what we thought the characters were talking about, or,
That is
like, just making up
incredible.
scenes.
Yes.
Which was, like, really fun and, like, just sort of a fun improv game for
That
us to
is
play as, like, high school theater kids.
Amazing.
And fully sober, by
Yeah,
the way.
of course.
I mean, please. And then also the movie Soap Dish, which
I've never seen it.
oh, you need to watch it.
Okay.
It's brilliant. It's super funny. The last like 10 minutes are intensely problematic, and so I
Okay.
just am going to come out and say that now,
Right.
like 1992 or 3, whenever it was made, like, just things were different back then in terms of how we understand gender and gender identity. And, you know, I don't want you to go into the movie being like, everything that this is saying is right and perfect.
Holds up today.
But it is hysterical. But I'd never watched, knowingly at least, an episode of
With the audio,
Days of Our
with the
Lives.
sound on,
With
I
the
guess,
sound
maybe.
on, yeah. Where I wasn't playing one of the characters.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having this be your maiden voyage.
Of course.
I love
of course.
it.
Thank you for welcoming me into your world.
Into my world. Yeah, I mean, I also did not grow up on soaps whatsoever. I just happened to start watching Days of Our Lives in the year 2020 and was like, where has this been my entire
Was it a
life?
pandemic?
It was
Not to bring
literally-
that up. Sorry.
Oh, sensitive. No,
COVID.
it was a work thing. I need to get paid to watch Days of Our
Yeah,
Lives.
this is my life now.
So I guess that's what I'm also still doing, trying to turn this podcast of me watching Days of Our Lives
monetize.
into my career.
Yeah, great.
So Peacock, if you're listening,
Yes.
sponsor me.
Yes.
I'm very pro NBC Universal in this
Mm-hmm.
house. I love Bravo. I love The Traitors.
Here's the real question. How do we get hired by Days of Our Lives?
So I have a long form delusional fantasy where the podcast kind of takes off.
Yeah.
I get asked to do like a cameo
Uh-huh.
on Days of Our
Yes.
Lives
Okay,
as like
yes.
a podcaster.
Yes, as a podcaster.
And then everyone falls in love with me because I'm incredibly talented and charming.
Yes. And in the show, you're a podcaster that recaps a soap opera that exists in Days of Our
Which
Lives.
they do have.
Okay.
They have this fake soap opera called Heart and Soul.
Okay, so you are the Heart and Soul
Recap podcast.
Oh my God, okay.
Grant.
This is great.
Okay, I'm going to clip this out and put it on Instagram and tag Peacock.
Yes, do it. I think you should. And I'll be one of the gay guys.
You can be my gay co-host.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh my God, we're going to take Salem
It's going
by
to be
storm.
like the sup of Salem. And that's going to be really Sexy Unique podcast shout out.
I'm so excited. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we can make it happen.
Yeah. I think, oh, I just got an email. Peacock is in.
Oh my God,
They're
Peacock is
in.
in.
Wow. Okay. We're going to have our lawyers look at this. We'll get back to you guys. We have to recap this episode.
Grant, what would you say your favorite comfort TV show is?
Okay, so I thought a lot about this, and by a lot I mean for about 3 minutes.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And so I guess I was like, okay, so what's like the show that when I think back to like early TV watching that like still really like just feels like a part of me? And my favorite TV show when I was probably like 4 until I was like 8 was I Love Lucy.
Oh my God.
I thought that they painted all of the sets just grayscale, and they wore grayscale costumes and had grayscale makeup on, which I was like, what is going on?
What does that say about the world?
I was like, because this was like early 90s, which was all like neon and funky colors, and I was like, I want to know more about this broad with the
this
gray
gray
house
lady.
Now having watched a lot of that show as an adult, it's everything you would ever need to know about comedy. It's everything you would ever need to know about just like really solid like character work and like situational comedy, like writing. I mean, it's great. So that was like my first instinct.
Brilliant.
Controversial, and I'm just gonna say it.
Say it. Be brave.
The Cosby Show.
And we're going
I know. Oh, I just got an email. NBC is actually out. They're out. All of the very, very horrible, unspeakable things that like have been proven that Dr. Bill Cosby has done. Yeah. That show is, I think, one of the greatest pieces of like American art that we will ever have.
Totally.
So that one's still very much a comfort, and what's sad is you cannot find it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like not streaming.
Yeah.
I might try to find it on like DVD, but I don't know. That just, you know, it. How do you walk up to a counter with a stack of those and be like, no, it's not what you think.
It's not what you think. I'm buying
that.
these to separate the art from the artist.
Yes,
like,
very that, because I'm like, he is reprehensible for what he's done. But you also go, okay, but we have Felicia Rashad.
I know.
We have like an
Everybody else
incredible ensemble cast, comedy masterclass, but also like writing character and storyline and family dynamics, and it's amazing. In like
a grounded way that like doesn't get done a lot anymore.
Like there's an episode where the grandpa like brings 2 of his friends over, and they're all like old Shakespeare actors, and so there's just like a long scene of them like doing speeches from Julius Caesar. I mean, and then like when they would like perform and lip sync to music, and like they would have like, I was always just like, what a fun house to be in, where you just have all these like creative, smart, intelligent people around. So really love the Cosby Show still.
Oh, yeah.
And then like The Office, which is basic, but like
But basic,
I think it's a bad rap. It gets a bad rap.
What makes something basic? It's like because it's so mainstream, and it's like, is it mainstream just because it's good? Like, is it just that it is that good that many people like find joy in watching it and keep returning to it? I totally get that.
Yeah.
My last question is about what the most surprising thing about the episode is that you watched, and I wonder if we kind of touched on it with the set and wardrobe being.
I think it was a little bit that. And I think what is wild to me about the not so much the writing, but the like way the writing is played is everything is just immediately present tense. So anything that is being said, like nothing that happened before it really influences it. Nothing that comes after changes it. And there's like a specific moment in the episode with when Gwen and Gay Guy are talking.
Leo, yes.
I just call him Gay Guy.
Perfect.
She is like distraught over what he's done to her. And then 2 seconds later is like, and I know my marriage is a sham, and I know everything. Like, and I was like, so it was just so brilliant in that like what was true for her in one moment was really true, and the next moment when something totally different was true, it was just really true for her in that moment. And I think that's what was so interesting to me about like all of the scenes and the way that it sort of just like really like bops you around.
Yeah.
And that really like you're just sort of seeing like 4 10-minute conversations just split up
and spread over 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes I'm always like, are they happening simultaneously? Because God forbid, like somebody leaves one scene and enters another scene, and I'm like, well, now the space-time continuum is completely fucked.
Or like gay guy leaves the hotel room, which I was like, whose hotel room are we in? He leaves to go to the hospital. I mean, we're jumping way ahead, but goes to the hospital. He shows up, and Gwen, who he left in the hotel room, is also then just there at the hospital, and she's like, well, I'm not done talking to you.
I ran behind your car.
Yeah.
Through the streets.
I was in the trunk.
Or sometimes I'm like, how small of a town is Salem purported to be?
Is it? Well, okay, here's a question. Is it Salem, Massachusetts?
No, it is Salem, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
So it is a fictional suburb of Chicago.
Okay. Because I was like, they kept saying Salem, and I was like, oh, there's no, like, witches running around here. You know, like, because I was like, Salem, Matt. Well, I just didn't see it in this episode, I guess. But I was like, it feels like not Salem, Massachusetts.
It's not.
Which would be, that would be a crazy place
amazing.
To set.
That would be brilliant.
A soap opera, but I think there's maybe already too much going on there.
So the episodes famously don't have titles. So we'll try to find, as we go through the recap, pull out an episode title to title my podcast episode.
Great.
See what we can really come up with.
I also wrote down some quotes too, so that's good.
That's just me fully copy paste stealing from Las Culturistas as well, finding title of it within the show.
Famously, all great art is stolen.
And that's exactly right. Thank you for that reminder. I needed it.
You're welcome. And that's rule of So Are the Days of Our Lives.
Number one. Okay, let's dive into the recap.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is Days of Our Lives, Season 59, Episode 26, which aired on October 2nd, 2023. I, once again, am just going through the season at a snail's pace, but there's just so much good stuff to talk about. It's hard to, jump a month. We open this episode on a gossip sesh phone call between Dr. Marlena Evans, who I'm
calling color block.
Because she's always in a super bright pantsuit, bright colored pantsuit that is color blocked. So this is a perfect name for her.
It was like a hot pink blouse and then like a cobalt blue. Yeah. And we never saw her stand up. She's just behind a desk the entire time.
She is. So Marlena's on the phone in her office at the hospital, and she's talking to Kate, who is at the Brady pub. She is wearing the most angular shoulder pads.
Yes.
And she has asymmetrical swoopy hair. It's giving 80s music video, but it is 2023.
Absolutely. And she was like, I'm going to the pub. I am going to put on my tartan. She's in a tweed blazer.
And she's always got 19 necklaces on. Yeah. So Marlena's details.
I love that the first line is, well, first of all, the first thing you see is her tapping her fingers on the desk. And then it pans out and she goes, details. And I was like, okay, I'm in.
I'm obsessed.
Hooked immediately.
Yes. So then Kate is filling Marlena in on the drama that's been happening with Vivian Alamain, who I have talked about on the podcast before. She's a villain. She's kind of a witchy old lady villain, speaking of witches. Okay.
And I think the actress Tweed jacket.
Yes, Kate.
I think she fully messes up her first line.
I'm sure she does.
She's like, well, I'll tell you what is going on. It is, and I was like, no cut. No, we're just going.
It is great. Shocking the amount of things that they're like, nobody will notice.
Yeah, that's fine.
We couldn't have gotten just one more pass. Yeah. They had to make their day.
But also, they must learn these lines just
seconds before.
They're taped to the coffee cup.
Yes. So she's talking about how Vivian Alamain was wrongfully laying claim to the late Victor Kiriakis's estate. But I love
someone is out on her fanny.
That's what. So first of all, Kate goes, everything I said was going to happen is now a fait accompli.
Yes.
And I'm like, why is it that? Why is it a fait accompli?
Right. I wrote that down too because I was like, A, again, I don't think she pronounced it right.
Correct.
And then B, I was like, that's not what that means.
What that means. But some writer was like, oh, I love this phrase.
Yeah, they like saw it on like a word of the day calendar and they were like, put it in. I don't know. Like, I think they meant like a self-fulfilling prophecy or something.
Yeah,
like, it's like that, but like that's not what a fait accompli is.
And then, Marlena responds to that. Vivian is out on her fanny. And I'm like, this is the cutest conversation I've ever seen. Just two women not on the same page, but like connecting over gossip.
Yes. Can I ask, my question was, who are these women and what is their relationship to each other?
They're like obviously of the same generation of like women in Salem and women on this show. So like they've shared an ex-husband or two. But recently, Marlena and Kate were both kidnapped and poisoned as a large plot. And they thought they died. They were given some sort of like hallucinate. What was that? Oh my God.
It's them.
Yeah, they were poisoned. They thought they were dead. They literally went to heaven and like were in heaven together. And then they woke up and they were in like hyperbaric chambers. Yeah, so now they're kind of like buddy because they just were in heaven together.
Yeah.
So,
and what they learned in heaven is come back and just talk shit.
Come back and gossip. Yeah, I think they found a common enemy, and the common enemy was Vivian Alamain.
Okay.
I love that. Kate's sharing that Victor intended for Maggie to inherit his estate, and that succubus Vivian gets nothing. I'm like, incredible. Wow. I mean, I don't know if I'd call anyone a succubus.
Yeah, I mean that's devilish language.
Strong. Yeah. And Marlena, aka Color Block, has been possessed by the devil twice.
Okay. So
she should know.
It's kind of fighting words.
So Marlena gets a knock on her door, so she hangs up, and it's Talia.
Yes, who I just call Doctor.
Perfect.
Because she's a doctor's
doctor. So Talia's backstory is that she came to Salem with this like villainous guy, and she poisoned everybody in the town via these biscuits that were sold at the bakery that she worked at. And they were like crazed sex biscuits. Like they made everyone crazy and horny, and everyone had sex with people they weren't supposed to have sex with.
At what point is the town just like shut it down? Like
everyone
we are disbanded.
Pick up and move.
Like the government needs to come in and just be like, we're
it's
calling
too much.
it. Like.
So yeah, Talia she's been reformed. She was in an abusive relationship, and her abuser was forcing her to poison people. Yeah. But she is getting court-appointed therapy with Marlena as a punishment for her poisoning.
Okay. And I love that Color Block says, thank you for being on time. I think it's important.
But also it's like you were on the phone.
Yeah, well, and also like it's an appointment. Like
famously.
Also, I was like, why is Doctor still dressed like a doctor going to a therapy appointment?
Because it's at the hospital.
Because it's all in the same building.
It's all in the same building. Yes.
But I was like, that's interesting. Like, I think usually people like change out of their
hang up the white coat.
Yeah. And also, and this is something that comes up a little bit later for me too, is isn't that like kind of a crazy
conflict of interest. Well, Marlena not only is everyone in the city of Salem's therapist, she is the therapist for all of her immediate relatives.
Yes. She talks about that with the son-in-law.
Yes.
Of like, well, I'm his therapist too.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe
you
shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's murky.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. But yes, so Talia's really uncomfortable. She says she thinks she needs to find a new therapist. And I wrote, Marlena cocks her head to show she is confused.
but listening.
Then we head to the police station.
And we have another talking on the phone scene.
Yes. Sean Brady. Sean Brady. Bluest eyes.
I just call him Cop.
Perfect. He's like chiseled black hair, blue eyes.
It's either what their very clear job is or what they're wearing.
Like
for me.
what their job in the game of life is or what they're wearing.
Yep.
Okay, so Sean's on the phone. He's catching his wife, Belle, up on what's been going on. His boss, the police commissioner, Rafe, and his partner, Jada, flew to London to search for Ava and Harris. But he's still in Salem holding down the fort. Yeah. And Belle's like, sorry if it seems like I'm keeping tabs on you. And he's like, no, after everything I've put you through, it's okay. So he's basically just like been going through the ringer. He has a drinking problem. He accidentally shot his father, who was back from the dead. And because of that, he like blames, so Victor, who died in the plane crash, is his grandfather. And he like blames himself for Victor's death because Victor was going to visit Beau, the father who got shot at the time of the plane crash. So it's just like Shawn's piling on. Yeah. Shawn swears he's clear-headed now. He wants Belle to know that he's going to get his life back on track for her sake. And Jada strolls in. Yes. So Jada is like Shawn's partner.
I call her green.
Yep. She's in a stunning green blouse.
Beautiful, like silk blouse.
Yes.
It looks great on her.
And she walks in with a detective file, so you know,
she's doing something.
And she looks over at Shawn suspiciously, which indicates she knows something.
I said, girl in green clocking some major tea as she passes by.
Incredible work.
Which I think is probably the stage direction in the script.
In the script, verbatim.
The couple on the phone is talking about like these like very vague, but like very clearly like traumatic events. But it sounds like they're being like, I'll do the Cobb salad with no hard-boiled egg, but I will do extra cheese. Well,
it's just that thing of like, we need to drop the nugget of exposition to like remind people, but we're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
Yes. It's just very, like, I love the matter-of-factness about, like,
it is mundane.
Just the horrible things. Like, I've put you through so much. Don't forget to buy some, like, paper towel on the way home. Like,
don't forget that we're out of toilet paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we leave the police station with Jada.
She's just seen or heard some major
eavesdropping.
Yeah. And then we get what I was like, okay, I'm like fully in this, which is, Guinevere, do you really think I would sleep with your husband?
Guinevere.
And he's wiping his face off with a towel when he comes in, which I'm like, what?
So previously, let me catch you up.
Yeah.
Gwen and Leo is Gwen's gay best friend. Gwen got whirlwind married to this guy, Dimtri. Yes. Leo has been having an affair with Dimtri. Mm-hmm. Gwen finally found out. Mm-hmm. Gwen went to his hotel room. So it's his hotel room. It's gay guy's hotel room.
Does he live in the hotel?
He lives in the hotel.
Which is a very gay guy thing to do. That's like a very gay guy thing to do. And it's very much like Eloise at the Plaza.
Totally.
Like just
Leo
sort of
at
like
the Salem Inn.
Like the princess in the suite.
Yes.
Like, I get it.
So she showed up to his hotel room and threw a pie in his face like it was the Three Stooges. Okay,
so later in the scene when he talks about a pie in the face.
It was not a euphemism. It was a literal pie in the face.
Okay, so he's just been cleaning himself up.
Correct. That's why he's wiping his face. I also just love that, like, that's what she came up with. She's like, I finally know the truth. I'm going to throw a pie in his face. Let me stop by the bakery. Hopefully it's not poisoned Sex Biscuits.
Yeah.
Good God. So, Leo has the perfect opening line. Guinevere, I would never sleep with your husband.
Yes. Which, is just a full-out lie.
Is a lie. He's a liar.
He is a liar, which is also kind of a gay guy thing.
So, Gwen's really not having it. She delivers roughly 6 months of plot in a few sentences, which I do think is incredibly impressive.
Yes.
So she's like, I had my suspicions, but they were all confirmed when I literally saw you
in Iceland.
In sexual activity in Iceland.
Yes.
Because Gwen and Dimtri were on their honeymoon in Iceland. And
gay
Leo
guy
came.
Great.
And he said he was there for a secret Madonna concert.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. The secret, I think preposterous story about a Madonna concert. That's all I had.
That was his cover for showing up in Iceland.
To fuck her husband.
Great. And she walked in on it, but they didn't see. So she backed out of the room.
Yes.
And that's how
Homer
she
Simpson into the bush. Exactly. Fully, yes.
Exactly.
In her leather skirt.
But so Leo's tries to interject to be like, it's not what you think, but Gwen's on a roll. She goes, go on, gaslight me. Yes. Tell me I'm just paranoid.
The writers learned the phrase gaslighting.
For this, and which is also not really applicable. But he finally admits, Leo's like, you're right. I have been sleeping with Dimtri. And this is the moment where I think she punched him, but there's no physical contact.
No.
There's just a bam sound effect, and you see her wind up.
Yeah.
And then Leo goes down. Like, it's a very confusing shot.
It was not the most well-staged piece of, like, fight choreography. But we got what was happening.
We
I just wrote
Leo's down.
the slap, question, exclamation, question mark. And then we go straight into a scene with a guy holding two people at gunpoint.
That is true. So we're at the DiMera mansion. Dimtri has the sham marriage to Gwen.
And Dimtri, by the way, is hot.
He is hot.
I'm like, oh, I would fully be like going to Iceland to hang out with Dimtri. I'm going to be his little Icelandic treat. But it took me a second to like, first. I didn't know who he was, but I was just like, okay, hot guy with a gun.
Okay, I'm having conflicted feelings. So Dimtri has been getting blackmailed by the two people he has at gunpoint, Stefan and Gabby.
And I'm calling her Gucci shirt.
Perfect.
And I think I just like, I don't think I actually took any notes on
the other guy. Yeah,
I was like, you're really not doing anything for me.
Totally. So Dimitri's getting blackmailed. They know about the whole sham thing because Dimtri has this sham marriage to get his inheritance from his super rich family.
The von Leuschner
codicil fortune.
Oh my God, the amount of times that they have said the word codicil.
I'm going to get a tattoo that says the codicil.
I think you should.
Yeah. Dimtri decided that instead of giving in to the blackmail scheme, he's just going to kill Gabby and Stefan. Yeah.
Great.
So Gabby and Stefan are trying to like de-escalate Dimtri. They're like, you can keep your DiMera shares because they were blackmailing him for his shares. It's a lot about the shares. The shares are very important.
The shares are in the codicil.
The shares, we need the shares, we need the codicil.
The codicil, yeah.
But Dimtri doesn't want to hear it. He just goes, if it's any consolation, you're going to make
absolutely beautiful corpses.
He's gonna fuck them once they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, this is a real Patrick Bateman type situation.
Yikes, you hate to see it. So Stefan like tries to block Gabby and we hear a gunshot, but Gabby and Stefan do that thing where they like touch their bodies to make sure they're fine.
Yeah.
And they turn and they see Dimtri wobble and go down because Vivian Alamain has walked in and shot Dimtri in the back.
Yes, and I just wrote down, okay, so Mother has arrived. And she's shooting people.
She blows on her it's like a little lipstick gun, and she blows on it and delivers an iconic line. She goes, in situations like this, I like to act first and then ask questions later. And that's iconic. Where the scene should end. But it does go on. They keep going. She like steps over to Dimtri. He's like passed out on the floor and his buttons are like popping open. I'm like, get him just one size up.
Yeah. But I was okay with it.
That's fine.
Don't worry about it.
So then Vivian goes and she hugs Stefan, makes sure he's okay. And then she has another zinger where she goes, I always had perfect timing.
Yes, I love that. And then we go to commercial.
Well, and finally we're at the opening theme. That was opening. All before the opening theme. That was the cold open.
I clocked it. It was 4 minutes into the episode.
So much has happened.
And that's when I was like, I like paused it and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I was
Grace,
like, there's so much happening.
Like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives.
Oh my God.
It's incredible.
It's great.
Okay, we're going to go back to Marlena's office. Yep. She's confused. She asks Talia if she's been unhappy with their sessions, and Talia assures her that's not the issue. She's been super grateful. And Marlena's like, are you uncomfortable now that we're colleagues at the hospital? Because hence her white coat and stethoscope. Talia is a doctor at the current hospital.
I'm just imagining that like this is just one building that has like a pub on the main floor, and then it's like a hotel on the second floor, and then a hospital,
and then like apartments.
Yeah, apartments, and then like a mansion.
Yes, on the top
it's
floor.
all like everyone's just like an elevator ride away from each other.
Yes. So Talia hesitates. She's like, yeah, that's it. I'm uncomfortable with the fact that now we're colleagues. And I'm like, be a little bit better of a liar.
Yeah, I mean...
Or come in with a plan. Like, what were you gonna say?
She was too busy doing her eyeshadow, which looks really good.
Her makeup is
it's like
crazy.
Orange eyeshadow.
Yes, to match her orange...
Blouse.
Her orange peasant top that she's wearing under her white coat.
Yeah.
Marlena's like, that's no excuse. I have several patients who also work at the hospital, and maintaining professional boundaries is no issue. And I'm like, shouldn't it be an issue,
Says
though?
you.
I feel like it should be an
Yeah.
issue. And then she points out Talia only has a few sessions remaining on her court-ordered therapy, so she may have to start over if she switches.
Oh, yeah, just like fully like...
Blackmail your
threatening.
therapist or your patient
Yeah.
into continuing therapy with you.
Yes.
Marlena, you think she's a hero, but maybe she's the villain.
I don't
So
know
Talia
what she is.
caves. She's like, okay, yeah, I'll stay. And she's like, should we continue now? And she's like, yeah, I just got off shift. And I'm like, what? Yeah, wasn't
You
this an
came for your
appointment?
appointment.
What are we talking about? Like, should we talk?
Do you have time to chat now?
Do you have time to do therapy now?
Yeah, I'm here for my hour-long session of court-ordered therapy.
Right. And she's
Is that cool with you? Like,
Or do you want to get back on the phone with
do you need to
Kate?
take another call?
It's insane. So yeah, she sits down. Marlena asks Talia what's happened since their last session, and boy, does Talia look guilty.
She looks really nervous.
So here we go. We're going to go back to the station, the police station. Cop Sean is being very gross on the phone with Belle. He's like, after work, let's get dinner and go to Lookout Point like we did when we were in high school. We can have a makeout
Said, grow
It's
up.
screaming midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Like, clearly that's what he's going through. And Belle is like, I think we're a little old, but like, whatever.
But also, I was like, how much time does this guy have to just talk on the phone to his wife at work?
This city is fucking rampant with crime.
People are getting poisoned by biscuits left and right. And this guy's just like, hey, do you want to go make out in our car?
A man has been shot.
Yes.
A gay man has been shot. A gay man has been punched. We have a fucking hate crime
There's
spree.
a lot of anti-gay violence happening.
And no one's doing anything about it. You're just making out with your wife at Lookout Point.
And that's heterosexual privilege.
That's exactly right. So Sean hangs up and finally realizes
Jada's been standing there for the last 15 minutes.
Yes.
With her empty file folder.
Yes. She explains that she flew back early from London, and she says she wants to clear the air. And Sean goes, about what? And she goes, about the fact that you slept with my sister. Which is... This is what I'm talking about. Just incredible structure. Yeah. Like, nonsensical structure just so that it can lead to, like, a money line. Yes. So, yes, previously on Days of Our Lives, Sean and Dr. Talia got drunk at the pub while they were commiserating about their miserable lives. He had just left his grandfather's funeral.
They were probably commiserating about the fact that they have a therapist who's horrible at her job.
So, yes, he had just come from his grandfather's funeral. Talia had just gotten dumped. And they hooked up in the room that Talia shares with her sister Jada above the pub.
Uh-huh.
They both woke up and they were mortified and they swore not to tell anybody. But like, someone saw Sean coming downstairs from the pub that morning. And so they had to come up with a story about like, oh, Jada's in London and Talia was working at the hospital, so Sean just like crashed.
Oh yeah, he like stayed in their room.
Above the pub. That is also why Talia is feeling guilty with Marlena, because Belle, Sean's wife, is Marlena's daughter. Yeah. And Belle was also Talia's lawyer when she was getting in trouble for the Sex Biscuits poisoning.
Yes.
So yeah, it's convoluted.
And I just call Belle wrap dress.
Wrap dress. Now we're back at the Salem Inn. This is where we find out that Gwen did indeed punch him. Leo's holding his face. He goes, ow, Mike Tyson, that hurt. Mm-hmm. And he goes, God, I haven't felt this much shame since that Santa caught me stealing ornaments off the big fake tree in the mall. And Gwen is like, read the room.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You have a problem.
Yeah.
What are you saying? And then he's like, it's what I do when I feel nervous. I try to be funny to diffuse the tension.
And honestly, another gay guy thing. Like, they are getting this gay character, which I'm sure is written by not a single gay man.
I was about to be like,
room.
One of them has a single gay friend.
Yes.
And
they're like, he's so daffy. He's like always getting up to this crazy stuff.
He's always saying these kooky things.
Oh my gosh, he'll say anything. So he obviously is still not employed as this mall elf. But
correct.
Like, was that what he was using to pay for this hotel room that he lives in? Like, what does he do?
He has a gossip column for the newspaper, the Salem Spectator.
Honestly, that's probably the busiest gossip column in the United States
His
of America.
name is Lady Whistleblower. And he airs people's dirty laundry in the newspaper.
Sure.
So he starts apologizing, but she's not having it because he knew she was really falling for Dimtri, but he went after Dimtri anyway. And Leo insists that's not what happened. He goes, I didn't trust him, as you know, which, as you know, is my favorite phrase in clunky exposition language. As you know.
It's just building in history that, like, actually isn't there.
Does not exist.
But it's being like, no, because I say that you know this, it just does all the work that, like...
We're like, oh, she's always known that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote that down, too. And then I just put, the gay guy has major boundary issues.
That's exactly right. So he goes, I did what any good friend would do when I was suspicious of Dimtri. I snuck into his house and I searched his room.
Yeah, what any good friend would do.
And then I found the codicil drink, which stated that in order to collect his inheritance, and Gwen finishes, he needed to marry before his 40th birthday. Yes, I'm not daft. Like, incredible.
The British
bingo that she does. Leo insists that he was furious when he found out about the codicil, but then Dimtri kissed him. And at first Leo thought it was just another straight guy flirting with him to get what he wants.
Which I was
just
like,
another?
Huh?
Grant, as a gay man, does that happen to you a lot?
No.
Okay.
I would be open to it. But no, I'm like, anytime a straight guy has, like, needed something from me, they've never resorted to that.
Kissing?
To kissing. And I think, like, I don't think that would be any straight guy's, like, plan A.
And I love that Leo's like, here it goes again.
Yeah.
Like, I can't keep getting in these situations.
I mean, I think there was more to the Santa story than we maybe knew.
Potentially. You know? But then, of course, Leo finds out, quote, Dimitri's about as straight as a crop circle.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
Just rich.
It's great imagery, actually.
It is. So, yeah, Leo's surprised to find out that Dimtri was actually attracted to him. And then this is the line that I was thinking about when you were talking about, like, a line that is shoehorned in just because of the structure. Gwen goes, well, it worked, didn't it? He screwed you, and then he screwed me. Yes. And I'm like, it's a great line. But if you think about it for too long, it's like, what do you mean, well, it worked?
Yeah.
Like, what worked?
That it worked that Dimtri... Was it? Yeah, no, it like makes literally no sense.
No sense. But I love it. But when she said it, I was like, ooh, yes, girl.
And I love gay guy being like, I'm so like weird and ugly, and like I couldn't believe that. I'm like, you have like an incredible jawline. If you were not wearing that outfit, like you'd look great.
Yeah.
But like. Yeah, it's like just this like weird manipulation thing of like
no
the
one's ever
ugliest
loved
person
me.
that's ever like existed.
Yeah.
And then this hot as shit guy just like kissed me. Like I was like, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Oh,
it's great.
Leo, gay guy.
Come on, gay guy.
Come on, gay guy, potential title of ep.
Come on, gay guy is a great title of ep. Come on, gay guy, hashtag pride.
Hashtag happy pride.
Happy pride. And then we go back to the mansion, yes?
Yes, we go back to the DiMera mansion. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I said they need to get the guy who was shot to the hospital, and they're pissed about it.
And they are pissed about it. Stefan goes, oh, he's bleeding really bad. We should call an ambulance.
And they're, like, acting like it's not their fault he's bleeding out
100%. They're like, I can't believe he's bleeding.
What an inconvenience to us.
Yeah, then Gabby's like, whoa, he tried to kill us. He deserves to die.
Yes.
And Vivian goes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with your wife. I'm like, oh, we get it. You love your son.
I know.
So Stefan reminds Gabby that Dimtri needs to be alive to sign over the shares. Oh. We need the shares.
Yes.
And then Vivian perks up and she goes, stock certificates? Well, why didn't you say so?
Yeah. She's just like back on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Dimtri starts like coming to, and Gabby goes, give us those shares or we'll let you bleed out. And Dimitri's like trying to call their bluff, and Stefan like presses the wound.
Yes, it's very Shakespearean.
It is.
It like was very like King Lear,
yes.
like blinding Gloucester to me of like just this like power hungry couple.
Yes.
And then they like do the prop comedy with like signing the
Yes, well
the
first they have to
sheets.
get the certificates out of his briefcase. It's locked. Gabby goes, what's the combo? Dimtri goes, it's my birthday. August 1st. And then Gabby's like, you're a Leo?
Leo.
How fitting.
Oh my God.
Like,
that was
shut
hysterical.
They forced Dimtri to sign. They do the thing where he's like weekly signing.
Which I'm like,
he's
that
bleeding
would
out.
never hold up.
And so Stefan assures him that he's a man of his word and he's not going to let Dimtri die. I'm like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, we're going to go back to Gwen and Gay Guy at the hotel, where Gwen's still surprised. She goes, I'm still surprised it only took one night with a European weasel for Leo to stab me in the back. And it's like, wait, you're calling Dimtri a European
like
weasel?
the hottest person that's ever existed. And like also the person that you allegedly want to be with.
Fell in love with and wanted to be married to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it only took one night. Like, have you met a gay guy? Like, it doesn't take much. Like, if Dimtri had looked at me, I would have been like, well, we're married.
So now we are actually
I'll stab
married.
you in the back, yeah.
So Leo insists it was killing him. He'd wake up in cold sweats and have to watch Larry King live reruns to go back to sleep. There's just so many, like, random references that he makes.
He talks about kung fu movies at one point, too.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what?
Gwen calls BS. She knows Leo was just waiting to abscond off to some tropical isle with a giant suitcase filled with money because he doesn't give a damn about her, or else he wouldn't have let her get married. She goes, you threw away our friendship for Dimtri and his magic penis. This is the thing.
Okay.
So when...
This is not a euphemism. This is like there's a...
Well, no,
okay.
he doesn't have like magical powers.
Well, you literally could have said he did, and I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
So Gwen and Dimtri, after the first time they had sex, she was stigmatized, and she went back to Leo and was like, I swear to God, he has a magic penis. And then...
Well, then that's her fault, because she shouldn't have...
That's
said that
exactly
to a gay
right.
guy.
And then Leo was like,
I've
got to get in on that.
Gotta go to Iceland.
And then when Dimtri and Leo started hooking up, Leo put Dimtri in his phone as MP, short for magic penis.
Okay. Because at one point someone said MP and I was like,
yes.
Huh?
So then after a while, like Gwen saw his phone and was like, who's MP? And he was like, Matthew Perry. And I'm like, let's not bring him into this.
I mean, R.I.P.
R.I.P. I know. He was alive at the time,
okay.
But it's still not a good look.
Yeah, it's not great.
So yeah, that's the magic penis of it all. Then Leo gets dead serious. He really
it's
takes
a real
it down.
shift. It's a real shift.
And he goes, it's not just the sex. I love him. He's #being real in this moment. And Gwen's like, I hope it's real love, because you're never going to see a cent of that inheritance. And then she steps very close to him and starts talking about revenge, this plan that she and Kristen, who is one of the Damaras, so she lives at the Gray House.
Okay.
Gwen and Kristen cooked up this plan after Kristen let her know that he had already gotten an installment of the inheritance. So it turns out Gwen went to the bank and took out a sizable withdrawal, and she pulls out a physical check.
A check, but that is oversized for it's too big to be a small check, but it's not big enough to be like a big, like oversized check. It's just like the weirdest size.
It's the size of a pay stub.
Yes. It's that. And then she fans herself with it at one point.
Yeah, she's really working the check. I love prop work. Mm-hmm. She goes, I took the money, but you should be glad that's all I took. After all, Kristen wanted to kill Dimtri. Dun, dun, dun. Now we're going to
This is where we get to the briefcase.
Oh, right, yes.
Because
and then I jump back, yeah.
Gucci shirt goes, what's the combo? Which I couldn't tell if it was a line mess up or if it was like written as like the start.
Yeah.
She goes, what's the combo?
That's incredible.
And then I wrote, and this is where I put together that the guy who was shot was Dimtri.
Oh,
I didn't know that until that moment. And then I said, Dimtri is hot, so I get gay guy's argument.
Oh, okay. It's all coming together.
Yep. It's
because
all,
of how hot
yes,
he is.
It's all, yeah.
And now you know he has a magic penis.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
And he's rich. He's got a lot going for him.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
We saw that giant check.
We saw her giant check and him on death's door bleeding out on the floor of the mansion.
I know. Kristen or whatever her name was almost got her wish.
Almost. Oh, my God.
And I just assumed that he was dead. So then when he was, like, awake enough to, like...
Be like, I'm a Leo.
the Gemini moon. She's like, what's your whole chart? Quickly.
Oh my God, what time were you born?
Yeah, she's like on.
She's on Co-Star. Okay, so meanwhile at the police station, still no one is aware of the fact that there's a murder in progress.
Yeah. And Cop is probably still on the phone with his wife. I mean, like,
he's like sexting his wife.
Yeah, I have another call coming in, but don't worry about it.
So Jada and Shawn like go into one of the interrogation rooms to speak in private because at where we left off, Jada was like, "You slept with my sister."
Yes, and there is one other guy in this police station because
walking around,
he's sitting at a desk because when, like, the first time we see Jada and she's like looking back, like she just heard something. He's like at the desk, like looking up at her, looking. I want to know
everything about him.
I want to know his story. Because he was clocking the tea.
And I mean, I'm sure he knows everything. He's like, I care about the safety of the citizens of Salem.
He's the only one working.
And these people.
He's the only one who's like, we have such a backlog of cases right now.
I'm running rape kits right now.
I am just like chock-a-block. My calendar is full. I cannot go to another crime scene. Can you idiots go do something, please?
Meanwhile, you're going to like sneak into an interrogation room to talk about
they're like,
your
sorry,
drama.
we have to go talk in hushed tones over here. He's
terrible.
Like, oh my God.
But yeah, Shawn's like, did Talia confide in you? And Jada's like, no, I ran into Eric Brady at the pub, who mentioned that Shawn had stayed in Jada's room the other night, which wasn't true. So I confronted Talia, and I'm just like, oh God, this is so convoluted. Like, who saw who, where, and told a story about a sleepover. Like, I cannot keep it straight.
I wrote down that, like, the cop storyline to me is the least interesting right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just not, like, drawn in by this one yet.
No, and he's so, yeah. Okay, so Jada's just like, get it together. You're hurting everyone around you, and now you've involved my sister. And Shawn admits that he screwed up bad. Yeah. Which I would say is an understatement. Yeah. He doesn't want to lose Belle. He has to figure out what he's going to tell Belle. And finally, they get interrupted because Jada gets a message that there's been a shooting at the DiMera mansion.
She gets, like, a text?
Yeah, I guess
that's like,
so.
Hey, can you come?
Shooting in progress.
It's just like a gun emoji. He's like, oh shit,
but it's the water gun.
We gotta, It's like, okay, we gotta go.
We gotta go
downstairs to the mansion that's on the first floor.
Exactly. So they head off. Meanwhile, Talia is fighting for her life in this therapy appointment with Marlena.
God, she really is.
She tells Marlena, work has been great. Marlena asks about how her relationship with Chanel was going, and Talia reveals that Chanel broke up with her. And this is when her eyebrows start dancing. Did you notice this?
Yes, because I was looking at that eyeshadow. And then I like went right up to the eyebrows.
It is crazy. Her eyebrows like do this thing where they like almost stack on top of each other. Like one goes way high, one goes way low, and then they come
and they,
together.
Like, start to converge.
Yes. It is wild. I do have a screenshot that I will put on Instagram.
Obsessed. And this is where I was like, doctor slept with a married man. Wait, is she Green Cop's sister?
That's exactly right.
And then she said, getting wasted can become a very self-destructive behavior. They said the phrase getting wasted so many times in this scene.
This is a PSA against
do not get wasted
alcohol consumption.
And then like as they talked through this and her being like, I did something horrible, something so self-destructive. I got wasted, and then I slept with a married man.
That is what she says.
And I was like, well, there are worse things you can do. Like, there are a couple moments on this episode where I was like, is this show like kind of right wing? Like,
yes and no.
It's very like pro gun a little bit. Like everyone has a gun. They're like, do not get wasted. Do not sleep with married men. Like,
throw a pie in a gay guy's face
as many times as you can. But like the way she was like building up to this like confession, I think like poisoning people with biscuits
is bad.
Is worse than sleeping with someone who maybe she didn't even know he was married.
Well, and
maybe she did.
I feel like she definitely did.
Okay.
Because he was complaining about his wife the whole night.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then I have to imagine part of the layering is that like, you're talking to said married man's mother-in-law.
That's true.
So like it's a small town and everyone knows everything.
But she never reveals who the married man was.
This is
it
true.
Takes Color Block
a long
little
time.
bit of time to figure out.
That is true.
To put those pieces together.
Well, because even when she says, like, I slept with a married man, it's like, okay, it can be one of 20 people because they're all on this show. There aren't, like, other citizens. Well, sure. Unless it was the guy at the police station.
Maybe it was. You know, he finally got to go out, have a beer after work.
And he just let two loose.
I know, he got wasted.
And he got wasted.
It's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah. So this is, very dramatic. The tender underscoring is playing as Talia's confessing this self-destructive behavior where she slept with a married man. Talia's like, you must think I'm a terrible person. But Marlena's like, I'm just here to listen, not to judge. That's going to change in a moment.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I guess in this 1 second you're not judging because you've been judging everyone else up until this point.
Yes. So then Talia explains she and this man were both going through so much. They got cut off at the bar, so I invited him up to my room to keep drinking, and one thing led to another. And then Belle just walks in.
Wrap dress just barges in.
Because this is the least professional therapy session there has ever been.
And she was just down the hall at the pub anyway. So
literally,
she's like, my mom, I gotta go check on my mom.
I gotta go check on my mom.
Yeah.
She's in the middle of a session. I gotta make sure she's okay.
Yeah. Like,
and then
wouldn't
she's
you like knock or?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then Talia's like, oh, I have to go anyway. And then she pulls out her phone and she's like, the hospital's short-staffed. They need me to get back on shift. And I'm like, was that real? Like, was that a real text on your phone, or is this a lie to get out of whatever?
Yeah,
Regardless,
I thought it was a lie.
Bad.
She got the hospital emoji.
Yes.
That's how people alert people to things. They just send what they need as an emoji.
My favorite is when they'll do that thing of like, I just got a text that says, and then they look at their phone to say what it says. And I'm like, oh, you telepathically knew what it was going to say before you looked at it.
100%.
I'm like, everybody, reality of doing. Just take a second to look at the phone before you say the line.
You have 2 seconds to pretend to read something.
So Talia hurries off.
Okay, so all the pieces are coming together. I had to like pause it.
Because you saw that wrap dress was cop's wife.
Green girl's sister is doctor.
Yes.
Who slept with cop, who is married to wrap dress, who's color block's daughter. I was like, I get it now.
Some version of that needs to be the title of the episode. Green girl's sister. Green girl's sister is doctor.
Not the doctor, is
doctor.
Who slept
with cop, who is
married to wrap dress. Who is Color Block's
daughter. That's the title of the episode.
Everyone's like, what a clickable title. Yes. I know exactly what I'm getting into.
Yes. So, Belle, a.k.a. Wrap Dress, she's very apologetic. And Marlena is like a little shaken up, which I don't understand in this moment. Yeah. But maybe she's embarrassed, rightfully so, that like she has the least confidential therapy sessions.
Yeah.
She turns her focus to Belle. She asks how things are going with Shawn. Like, she immediately is starting a new therapy session with her own daughter. And Belle's like, actually, that's why I'm here. Mm-hmm. End of scene.
Yes.
Perfect. Scene ender.
Right when you want it to end.
Yeah.
I said I love when the music gets intense.
Yes. And the music, it's like so loud. And it's like, this is how you should be feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're back with Leo and Gwen. Mm-hmm. Leo is stunned that Kristen would want to kill Dimtri. And then we get a crazy stretch of dialogue from Gwen that I am going to read to you verbatim.
Okay, great. I'm ready.
Gwen says, a little birdie told Kristen that since Victor Kiriakis didn't have a will, the mustache-twirling Vivian Alamain was next in line to inherit the late Greek magnate's estate. So Kristen deduced that since Dimtri also doesn't have a will, if he were to die, then his wedded wife, that would be me, thank you very much, would become his sole heir. Period.
Wow.
That is Shakespearean text. I went to college for 4 years to learn how to say that sentence. Yeah. Put me on Days of Our Lives now.
Immediately.
Oh, my God.
And also, like, when I listened to her explain that in the episode, I tuned out halfway through. And even when you just read it to me, I, like, tuned out halfway through. I was like,
you should have.
Like, there's too much information.
You can't
trying
just
to come
casually refer to the late Greek magnate's estate.
Yeah, the mustache twirling
Vivian Alamain. Yeah,
just,
everyone has
yeah.
the color.
It's just mine. It's just what I do with it. I just don't have the names.
Yeah.
So I just be like mustache twirler, Greek magnate.
Yeah. The late Greek magnate. Yeah, so this is where I said give this woman an Emmy.
I said Gwen is a good actress.
She really is.
I like her choices a lot. She does earlier in the episode, I think, or maybe it's after. It's whenever she was crying. She does that thing that actors do where it's like, and I just want to make it clear, like where she like starts to say something and then like is too emotional and has to like pull it back.
Also, I'm like, she's finding the line. Like some of them are so like she I think is particularly good at just like finding the line in like a grounded is maybe not the right word, but like
in a
staying in
realer
it.
way. Yeah.
Some of them are just like, and they just go dead behind the eyes, and you know that they've lost it.
What's the combo? And I also said everything is exposition, even for people who don't need the information.
Correct.
Because like Leo knows all that.
Yes.
Gwen doesn't need to explain it to him.
All Gwen would have to say is like, if Dimtri died, I would inherit everything. So we were going to kill Dimtri.
Yeah.
Save yourself the breath.
Guess what? I didn't tune out when you said it like that. I'll tell you that
But
much.
no, we have to connect it to a little birdie telling Kristen about what's going on with Vivian Alamain.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus
she twirls her
Christ.
mustache.
In case you didn't see the part of the, like, in case you walked away from the television 10 minutes ago when you missed something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she sits down in the chair in the weirdest way. Like, she, like, flops into the chair.
And this is when she's
fans
fanning herself with the
check.
check.
Yes.
She's really living it. And then Leo gets a phone call. He thinks it's Dimtri. But it's a paramedic. Dimitri's been shot. And Gwen stops fanning herself with the check.
She's like, whoa.
Yeah, she's like, wait a second. Leo, like, accuses her of orchestrating it and runs out of the room.
Well, it's bad timing because she just was like, we were going to kill him.
Yeah. So then Gwen is rattled because she thinks Kristen went through with the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're back at the DiMera mansion. Stefan is wiping the blood off of his hands, literally and metaphorically.
But we never saw any
No,
blood. Like, there was
Dimtri
no like
is
blood
gone.
pack. Yeah, the body's gone.
Yeah.
So paramedics have like come.
Paramedics have come and gone. Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah. And Vivian wants them to get their story straight because the police are going to be here momentarily.
I wrote down a quote. She said, "My dear, have you forgotten that I just got out of prison? And for my probation..." And for my probation, my Second Amendment rights were taken away from me. And that's when I was like, is this like pro? Is this like pro MAGA? Like what? That they were like, ma'am, as condition of your release, your Second Amendment rights have been taken away from you.
Yeah,
I love that.
I feel like they have to have lines like that every once in a while to counterbalance like pro-down conversations that they have where they talk to like older characters on the show being like, some people like the same person kind of gender they are, and you just get to learn from them. Like there are a lot of those like, for lack of a better word, woke conversations on the show. So I feel like they gotta sprinkle these in
some of the
every once in a while. So yeah, because Gabby suggests they tell the truth, and Vivian's like, the truth,
and she's ready to throw Gucci
absolutely
under the bus.
She's
like, no, we'll say you did it. Like she's just fully like, fuck this bitch.
So but my whole thing this time is like, it was justifiable. Like. Dimtri was going to kill, but I guess if her Second Amendment rights have been stripped from her, she's going back to jail regardless. Right. Oh my God! Not the prison industrial complex.
That's what happens when your Second Amendment rights are taken away.
So then Stefan interjects. Because, Vivian's like, I'm going to get sent straight to prison. And Stefan goes, so what do we tell the police? That we were doing a Civil War reenactment?
Crazy.
Why is that where you go?
Crazy.
What are you talking about?
That's your first instinct?
That's your first recommendation, you freak.
I'd be like, yeah, maybe we should throw Gucci top under the bus.
You'll be fine.
I'd go there before I went to Civil War reenactment.
So Vivian's trying to convince Stefan to say Gabby fired the gun, and the tense underscoring crescendos just as Jada and Shawn march in, and in a kind of unconvincing way, they're like, we're here about the shooting. Would someone care to tell us what happened?
Yeah. And I love that Vivian then just puts both of her hands on the gun.
The gun is on the table and she places her hands over it.
Which I'm like, so both like doing a terrible job of hiding and getting your fingerprints all over it. And I was like, you know what? That's Mother. That is Mother right there.
I love her. Okay, so now we run to the hospital. Leo got to the hospital and he finds Dr. Talia back on shift, which is why I'm like, it wasn't a lie. It must have been a lie, unless she's working off the clock, just as a cover
and
for
this
getting
is
out
why
of
I'm also
therapy.
like, they're all in a mall that just has all these different locations because there's no. Well, no. Oh, so but the therapy was in the building.
The therapy
That's
was
what I keep
in the
forgetting.
hospital.
I keep thinking that the therapy is in a different place.
No, it is in the hospital, which doesn't really make sense to me, anyways. So yeah, Leo's like, is Dimtri von Leuschner okay? And she's like, I can't share any information if you're not family. And he goes, please, he's my boyfriend. And she's like, well, in that case, let me tell you literally every piece of information I have.
Truly.
This one has no moral compass, I swear.
Yeah.
So she's like, he's still in surgery. It's very touch and go. I'll update you as soon as I can. And it's like, oh, so you don't care about the fact that he's not family. Cool. Great.
Yeah.
So who should run in right behind Leo but Gwen? She was gripping his fender.
Wide stance in the leather skirt. And he's like, how did you get here?
He goes, did you come to finish the job? And she's like, I didn't do this. Like, I made Kristen promise that she wouldn't kill him either. And Gwen doesn't want Dimtri dying before she can tell him off. But they face off, and Leo's like, I'm not letting you get anywhere near Dimtri. And she goes, I'm his wife. And then he gets very low and quiet and goes, and I'm the man that he loves. Oh, insane.
Hashtag pride.
Hashtag happy pride.
Happy pride.
So Gwen's taken aback. She can't believe it. They really are in love. Like, I think this has been part of her weird complex, is that she thought they were just fucking.
Yeah.
But they're in love.
No, and gay guy said it. So
now it's real.
Yeah, it must be true.
Leo admits he should have come clean right away. She tears up. She's like, you were supposed to be my best friend. And he says he'll do anything to make it right with her, but there's nothing he can do. Talia comes back to say now Dimitri's out of surgery.
I was like, surgery took 15 minutes.
Surgery took 4 moments. 4 breaths.
They were
beats.
They got him from the mansion.
Yes.
Rushed him, I guess, upstairs to the hospital. Put him in a room. Up the elevator.
Up the service elevator.
And then they were like, yeah, how long does it take to take a bullet out of somebody? Like 30 seconds?
You just go like operation.
Yeah.
You know? Once again, I'm just like, where is the protocol? Now she's fully like, Leo is his next of kin. Leo hesitates before going into the room, and then Gwen goes, go. There's nothing left to say between us. So Leo leaves, and Gwen tearfully watches him go. Yeah. Crazy. Alrighty, so now back in Marlena's office, all of these puzzle pieces are about to come together. Mm-hmm. Belle sits with her mom to fill her in on how things have been going with Shawn, a.k.a. Cop. Belle thinks things are much better after his sort of rock bottom, where he got super drunk and went MIA. Turns out he just spent the night at the pub in Jada's room because Jada was out of town and Talia was working. Mm-hmm. And Marlena finally puts it together. We know this because we get thrown into a flashback.
A flashback of something that happened literally 3 minutes ago.
Literally seconds ago. Again, it's like in case you walked away from the TV, this is what happened. We get the flashback of Talia telling Marlena that the married man she slept with was someone she met at the pub. And Belle's like, Mom, what's wrong? I just go, you poor fool. Belle is wrap dress. Belle is a poor fool. So Marlena recovers. She's like, oh, I'm just surprised it got this bad with Shawn. And Belle explains that after that night, he was so apologetic and sincerely seemed to want to get his act together. And Marlena's like, I bet. And Marlena's like forcing a smile and nodding. Back at the DiMera mansion, Stefan goes into like an improv with the police, while Vivian sneaks her gun into her little clutch.
Into her little handbag. Which was honestly such a chic thing to do. Like, just putting your
Sneak
little
it.
pistol back in your, like, evening bag.
It's incredible.
Gay icon.
Gay icon Vivian Alamain.
Mm-hmm.
So Stefan tells the detectives that he and Gabby were upstairs. They heard a gunshot and ran down to find Dimtri bleeding out on the floor. Didn't see anyone. But whoever it was, quote, left the gun and took the cannoli.
Uh-huh.
Is that a phrase?
That is The Godfather. That's a, like,
that's a
famous,
blind spot
which I
for me.
only really know because in You've Got Mail, there's a whole thing about how guys always quote The Godfather. And that's one of the ones they talk about.
Wow.
So I only know it as sort of through the transitive property of You've Got Mail.
Of culture.
Yeah, of culture.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than I knew.
But also, like, not an appropriate thing to say, like, as the cops are, like...
For sure.
like,
This is an active crime
fingerprinting your
scene.
And they just, like, drop it in the, like, evidence bag. They're like...
Whatever.
Whatever. That's good
Oh,
enough.
yeah. So Shawn bags the gun Dimtri had been pointing at them.
Yep. And then someone says Mykonos in a crazy way. I think it was maybe Gucci top.
Why was she talking about
I don't know.
Mykonos? Stefan also explains that Vivian arrived after the shooting and didn't see anything.
Yeah, no one saw anything.
No, yeah. We all just got here at the end of this Scooby-Doo episode.
Yep.
So, yeah, Jada asks them if they know anyone who might want to hurt Dimtri, and Stefan plays dumb, and he's just like, honestly, I have no idea. Quick, we're going to go back to the hospital. Leo's sitting at Dimitri's bedside.
He's just in a coma?
I guess so. Or maybe
Or
hasn't
just, like,
woking up
yeah.
from surgery yet, but Dimitri has a
'Cause gay guy
fogged up
comes in-
oxygen mask on.
And Gay Guy comes in and he goes, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm like, okay.
Okay, what's
He had,
happening?
like, a non-fatal gun wound.
Yeah,
And they're
in
like,
his, like, shoulder.
Induce the coma. Put him
Yes.
under.
Put him under. Plug him in. Yeah, so he goes, I don't know if you can hear me, but I love you, Dimitri von Leuschner, and I'm not leaving your sign. Now that Gwen knows, you're all I have left. And meanwhile, out in the lobby, Gwen's leaving a voicemail for Kristen. And she goes, Dimitri got shot. And I pray you're not the one who pulled the trigger. And I said, efficient and brief.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so yes, we go back to the mansion. The detectives are gone. Everyone, CSU has cleared out.
Yep. They're like, we've got everything we need.
Vivian is grateful, but Gabby is pissed. She just wishes they had told the truth and gotten rid of Vivian. But then she goes, at least this time you didn't have to take a bullet for her. Previously, Stefan got shot.
Gotcha,
Protecting his own mother. So he's got a complex, a mommy's boy complex.
Yeah.
And this is when she goes, why are you even still here? You got Victor's entire estate. Shouldn't you be in Mykonos?
Yeah, that's what it was. It's like when someone goes to Chipotle and, like, tries to order ingredients.
Carne asada.
Yeah, very that.
So Vivian admits that Victor actually had a will and she got nothing. Oh, she goes, and I have nothing except my son who takes care of his adoring mother. And Gabby gives Stefan a look and she's like, we're not about to do this.
Which
Like,
also, like, that is just, like, porn for all the, like,
Yeah.
middle-aged women who are
Watching.
like, oh, I wish I had a son that
I wish my
took care of
son-
me.
when I found out I inherited nothing from my late Greek magnate's estate.
As I'm twirling my mustache.
So now we're back at the hospital. Talia comes back into Marlena's office.
It's been a real revolving door.
Really? Talia goes, you wanted to see me? And Marlena's like, yeah, we didn't get to finish your session. Can we talk now? Not how therapy works. You don't just, like, make up the time later in the day when you get interrupted by your therapist's daughter.
And also, doctor had to leave to go work because they needed staff. Now she's like, can you come back up here?
And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. That guy's
Sure.
out of surgery.
Yeah.
So.
I did the surgery in record time. So yeah, I can come back for the rest of my appointment.
And then Talia's like, there's nothing more. Like, I told you everything that happened. And Marlena goes, not exactly. You didn't tell me the man you slept with was my son-in-law. And I'm like, Marlena, this is so unprofessional.
Yeah. And also, like, girl, just because you know it doesn't mean you have to tell everything.
No. Yeah,
like,
that's
hold
not how
that
it
close.
works.
Like, wouldn't you want something to use against her? Like, if I'm color block and I now know this, like, if I have all this shit on people, why am I calling them into my office and being like,
I know.
here's the shit I know about you?
Yeah.
I'd be like, let me file this away.
Yeah.
And then when I need something from doctor,
Right.
you know, then I'll use it.
Yeah,
she's
it's
a
very
bad
confusing.
manipulator of information because she's not using it the way she should.
Well, and I think Marlena is usually the moral compass of the show.
Oh, wow.
And so then
That's
for her
troubling.
to backslide to be you slept with my son-in-law, you slut. I'm Jesus Christ. Okay, last scene of this episode. We're back at the police station. Jada and Shawn are finally working. They're going over evidence.
Yeah.
She's going to leave, but he stops her and he assures her he's going to get his act together. But in the meantime, this is awkward. And Jada cuts him off and she goes, "Don't worry. I won't tell anyone you slept with my sister."
Just saying exactly what she said she was not going to.
And who should be entering the room at that exact moment was Belle. Wrap dress herself.
Barging in again.
She needs to
learn to knock on a damn door. Who raised you? A corrupt therapist?
That's Marlena's MO. She's just enter the room and you've heard what you've heard.
Just make an entrance.
So yeah, and I'm this is why you don't speak in explicit detail. Because you are being listened to.
At all times.
The walls have ears.
Yes.
Oh my God. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. A horrified Belle finding out that her marriage has been wrecked.
Wow.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
How do you feel?
Exhausted.
I am often sweating buckets when I get to the end of one of these recaps.
I think the biggest win for this episode was all of the gay guy representation.
I was going to say, how do you feel about that?
I love that they really are not shying away from making the gay characters just messy.
Super gay and super messy.
Super gay, super messy, willing to break up a marriage.
Totally. Totally.
I like that they were I don't know, he's gay. Put him in pink pants. But then we also have some more mask representation with Dimtri.
That's true, and he's an evil gay.
Evil gay with a gun.
With a gun.
So he's
evil
kind
gay
of
with a gun.
log cabin Republican.
Yeah.
So we really are getting, and then Doctor was in a lesbian relationship.
Correct. Yes.
With a woman named Chanel.
Yes, she was. That was her thing. She came to town, and the boyfriend that she came to town with, who was evil and made her poison the biscuits, had a vendetta against Chanel.
Okay.
And so the plan was you, Talia, aka Doctor, you're gonna seduce Chanel, and then ruin her life.
Yeah.
And Talia was but I'm not a lesbian. I don't like girls. And he was I don't care. You're going to do it.
It is a choice to be gay.
Yeah.
And I do just want to say that on Pride Month.
You want to say that on the record?
It is a choice to be gay.
And because, then Talia's pretending. And then she's I think I do like girls. So, yeah, it was
Everyone's on a
reverse
spectrum.
conversion therapy.
Yeah. Exactly. And it does sort of paint the straight people as the bad ones.
It's true.
Which I think is great.
Which I think is...
Gucci top and suit. They're reprehensible.
They were.
Marlena, I am assuming, is a straight woman.
She is. Very much so.
And then, Vivian, is a gay icon.
Correct.
So she gets a pass.
Saying.
Yeah. And, she's also a renegade. Her Second Amendment rights have been stripped.
And she's
still walking around with that gun. Although she did shoot a gay guy, which I don't love.
Right, which we don't love. But people contain multitudes.
That's true.
Oh my God.
That's true. I'm excited to see, I'm talking I'm going to keep watching. Maybe I will.
Grant, come on.
I know, I might.
Just throw it on.
Because I want to see where Leo and Dimitri's story go.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to keep checking in with them every once in a while whenever they pop up. So hopefully I'll be able to add them in on my recap stuff. But Grant, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my God, thank you for inviting me. This has been a blast.
A delight.
Yes.
For everyone listening, if you've reached it to this point, I mean...
If they weren't ugh, gay guy voice. Turn it off.
Gay guy voice during Pride? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not doing it.
Yeah, if you've listened, oh my God, thank you so much for listening. Give me a follow on Instagram. I have a podcast Instagram page. It's called @SoAreTheDaysPodcast. All one word. I'm going to post screenshots from the episode. Those are really, really fun to see.
Contact NBC and Peacock
if
you want our storylines to be on a future season.
Absolutely.
We are willing to travel.
We are.
Work.
If you think this podcast is funny or remotely entertaining, give me a follow. Give me a rating. Leave me a little review on Apple Podcasts.
Subscribe.
Thank you.
That's a big one. But I think, too, I've heard if you do a rating and a review, that helps you the most.
Yeah, please do that.
So do that.
I would love that. Thanks, guys.
You could even just put gay guy as
just
the
put
review.
I love the gay guy.
Yeah.
It's
Or just
really...
put Mykonos.
Yes, please. Put an
review.
obscure reference to your favorite line from this episode.
Yep.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. Grant, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And on that note, I had a sign off line, but now I can't remember it.
I think it should just be, well, fait accompli.
Oh, well, that episode is a fait accompli.
A fait accompli.
I remembered it. It's
Okay.
Stay classy, Salem.
Oh, that's good.
Goodbye.
Bye.